Hello, this is Reverend Goodbye, back to another video, and today we're going to be looking at and I'm probably going to be butchering this, the Siyang Culture take on uh, Getsuei and Yukikaze. I definitely butchered his name, forgive me. So, I like the name that they chose for him a little bit better, because they call him Snowfield. Of course, I think his name's just a little bit better. Night walking. Sure. Yeah, sure. But anyways, before we really started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below which video, or what else would you like to see in a video. So onto the figures themselves. Here we have them in their robot modes, because they are packed in robot modes. They don't come with any instructions. The only instructions you get is 2 QR codes to their YouTube, and in their Billy. I don't know. So, but yeah, there aren't too many reviews of these guys in raw mode. So little research I've actually done. But yeah, they're not too bad. I really do like them. So let's take a quick look at Yukikaze. Sounds like something an American Western thing would say. But yeah. Anyways, I really do like this shade of green that they use. It looks really good. But you get a kind of an off blue for the eyes. This is painted silver, despite what on camera, at least for me, it's looking like it's white, but this is silver. But then going down the body, you get some nice molded detail and paint right here. Other than that, not too much in the way of paint. Most of it is for all modes, so like these sections right here and all that. So, but let's take a look at Getsuei. So, the one thing I wish they did was paint his chin strap blue or something, because it just makes him look a little bit chunkier than probably what he should. But you get the nice blue for the eyes, silver for the rest of his face. And then you get some nice silver right down here as well. Other than that is pretty much all the paint for robot mode, unless you count, like these stripes and all that. So, not too shabby. Now, for the articulation, I'm just going to focus on one, because they are the exact same articulation-wise. So, for him, the heads can move up all the way. They're on a ball joint, so you get the full 360 as well. You don't really get any side-to-side movement. Shoulders on a ball joint, so you get the full 360 despite having this kind of big backpack. They can move out all the way. You get a little bit of butterfly thanks to play in the ball joint. You get a double-jointed elbow bend. The wrists do have rotation. These don't really get in the way, but if they do hand flap out, and they have their own rotation. You do get a waist rotation. You get a sideways ab for both of them, just the opposite way for, him. So there is that. The hip skirts can get out of the way for all your leg articulation, including the butt flap. You just got to flip out this panel and do that. Legs are on a ball joint, so they can move forward all the way. Back almost. Can do the full splits. You get a thigh rotation and 90 degrees of knee bend, along with, ankle tilt right here. So, other than that, there's really no movement. So, not too bad as far as articulation goes. So, overall, I really do like these figures. But anyways, as far as our accessories, for Nightwalker, he gets this gun, which is pretty, alright, nice sculpted detail and everything. And he can't hold that thanks to that very long peg. He will hold that without dropping, that's for certain. And for Yukikaze, yes, I mispronounced that on purpose. You get this nice molded gun. So there is that. And they again holds it no issue, a little bit tighter than how he holds it. So, yeah. Anyways, for a real quick size comparison, here we have a Dr. Wu Kasetakon, which I at the time of this recording, Superion would have just gone up, so this is January 19th. Yeah, I'm pretty far ahead. But I got the other Doctor Who on the way, or at least it's incoming from Shozi. So there is that one. And here we have G1 Prime, which... Oh, come on. So, yeah, they are pretty decently sized legends. So, if you want more of a chug scale, these guys are about the deluxe minibot sized. I didn't bring any with me, so sorry. But anyways, I think that is about it for their robot modes. So let's get down to their alt modes and transformation. So go ahead and remove their weapons. I'm just going to be focusing on one since they're identical in transformation other than the backpacks. For his backpack, you do want to bring it up and all that. Take this, rotate it around, kind of bring it up. Take these sections, fold them in, and then this will just peg around right in here. Other than that, the rest of it is exactly the same. So I'm going to set him off to the side for right now. For him, I am going to zoom out. So I have room out right. For him, take the backpack, bring it all the way out. Double hinge these in. Make sure there is a peg right here that you want to go underneath this section right here. So get this all kind of in. I get that. You kind of have to flex it just a little bit sometimes. There we go. And then take this section, rotate it around. Might be easier to rotate it when you didn't plug these up. Go ahead and rotate these around, and there are these pegs that go into the slots. There you go. Oh, and there you go. There's the front of the train. So just kind of straighten all that out on the double hinge, bring it back. Then you want to lift up his head as far as it'll go, because there is this panel right here that you want to get a tool and pry it up. Then take this, rotate it around, and just kind of leave it there for now. Take the head, fold it in, which his head's easier to get out than Nightwalker's head. So from here, you want to take the arms, open this panel, flip in the hand, and then flip that back up. Do the same thing for this side, flip that down, flip it in his hand, and all that. Next, open up these shoulder flaps, and then just kind of rock this in while also rotating this panel to the side. So make sure this is up as high as it'll go, because you got to get this black piece right where my thumb is in the slot, which can be a little bit tricky, but there we go. So do the same thing for this side. So get all this lined up. Come on, lined up. There we go. All right, so you want to rotate the arms 180. So rotate 180. Then just bring them down at that top joint on the elbow. And there is a tab going into a slot right there. So tab that in. Fair warning, this will probably untab itself multiple times. But this is also where you want to take his gun. There is a slot right there that this will go into. And it's easiest to put it in right now. All right, so make sure everything is kind of straight in here. There we go. So what is going to happen is if these, oh, nope, you were supposed to stay tabbed. So these are going to meet up and connect, along with this peg right here going into that slot right there. So just make sure the gun is aligned, get everything, give it a nice squeeze first. So that way you can get everything aligned. There we go. And there we go. So there is more or less the front of the train. We'll focus on some of this later. So actually get this panel out and just kind of go ahead and collapse it up. Then for the rest of the train, so flip up the side skirt flaps. Take this, make sure it's lifted up. flare out his legs, take his centerpiece of his crotch, and undo it. And then also flip up his skirt flaps, rotate the legs 180, and then just put his crotch flaps back how they were, including his cot piece. So, for the legs, you want to, apologies if you hear my cat, she is playing with her spring and she loves crying about it. Don't know why. Anyways, so you want to take this section right here and unpeg it, then flip down this piece, and then just kind of fold this up. Nope, there we go. Then this will hook under to right there. So, and also there is this slot cut out on the thigh for that tab. So get this. It's easier to tab that one in first, then slide that in. So, and for the chest, you also want to get these pieces out. So flip it out, rotate it in, and just leave it like that. So do the same. Get this lined up. There we go. Do the same thing for this side. Tab the legs together. Get this untabbed, flip it down. Get this kind of all lined up. So get that up. Then just kind of, put that chest plate under there. Finally, take this piece, and it will, you got 2 slots and also these 2 tabs going into slots right under here, and you got these 2 tabs going into slots right there. So get this all lined up. There we go. And there you go. There is one of the trains, and it is a very nice looking train. So I am going to transform Nightwalker real quick. All right, got Nightwalker transformed up. A quick little PSA though: when going into a certain leg mode, paint scratch. So, but yeah. Oh, that didn't tab in all the way. But yeah, there we got him in his train mode, and they look very good together as their little trains. So, and they do roll very good. I mean, they better. They got what, 8 wheels? So each. So yeah, there is that. Now, unfortunately, there is no way to, as of right now, to connect them. And I'm hoping that they make at least a little bit of a way to mimic the flying train thing that happened in the Headmasters cartoon. Believe it or not, these can fly. Yay! Because, cartoon logic. But anyways, let's take a quick look at their details. So focus, thank you. I like how it looks like there is snow on the windshield, which looks very nice in the black paint. And then everything you see in that nice green is also paint. So it looks very good. Now this side is missing looks like a window, but so is this one technically. And I think that is because of these wing bits that they plug into. Now, unfortunately, this set does not come with them. I imagine that's going to come with either one of the torso bots, or they're going to pull a New Age, and all the combiner cable is going to be sold separately. I'm hoping it's not the New Age way. But, yeah, looks very good. And now for him, so focus, thank you. Get the nice gray for the windshield and the bumper, red for the lights. So on both ends, got some nice bumper detail as well. And then this kind of, not off-white, not white, yellow, like a pale yellow, going all throughout. And this black as well. So looks very good. And even on all the wheels, I don't know how you can see it. Is my light on? Yes, it is. There, detail. Some very nice detail they did not have to do. So there is that. But anyways, for a real quick size comparison, G1 Prime and a Dr. Wuka Setagon. So there is all of that. So not too shabby. But these guys are obviously a part of a combiner, as I kept showing. So let's get down into their leg mode. So since they are exactly the same this time, I'm going to focus on him, because he's got a few things that, yeah. So first things first, you want to take this panel right here and flip it up. So flip it up. Then you want to kind of squeeze right on the arms, so that way you can get these panels free. There we go. Now the gun will probably fall out. So what you want to do is you want to line these tabs up with those slots right there. And this is on basically a triple hinge because you got a hinge at the base, you got a hinge here, and you got a hinge in here. So you want to bend more or less this middle hinge and get it like that. That is the easiest time I've had doing that. And then for the rest of him, I mean, even though the wheels stick up, he is somewhat stable. Like you can flip this in and make it a little bit more stable. So the gun, it can also just stay up in here. I do believe I took him out the first time I did it and I didn't think to try it. So let's do it real quick right now. So get this kind of pulled out because that is the easiest way I've had to do this. So get that plugged in. There we go. And just kind of collapse all this up. Yep, the guns will work just fine. So then just kind of collapse those up. Okay. So for this section, you want to break it right where that window is. But first, you do want to take this panel, unpeg it, and then just kind of pull. Oh, you also want to get this chest plate out. So pull this down as far as you can get it. Then kind of swing it around. There we go. And then just kind of, leave this here for right now. Do the same thing for this side. So unpeg this panel. Undo. I always grab that part. So wiggle that as much as you can. Then rotate this around. Rotate that around. Try to save the paint as you can because I don't know why they painted this section right here. Okay. So for this chest plate, you do want to take the arms, untab them, bring them down. I rotate them 180. So that way the double jointed elbow is not a factor in stability. So take that. Then just kind of rotate this around, flip in that panel right here. Take these, flip them up, flip this down as far as you can. There we go. Then you want to take them, flatten them out along the back of the leg, or what was going to be the leg. So get this nice and flat for right up here. So like I said, you want to break it right where this pale white yellow meets the blue. So go ahead and separate all of that. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right, so once you get about halfway down, take the wheels and slide them up. That'll allow you to flip them up right here. Then just take all this, rotate it down to about something like that. So that way you can take this, rotate it up, then flip around. Then you got that tab going into that slot right there. And that is where the paint chippage comes in. Because, yeah, that is a somewhat of a perfect tolerance type thing. So get that all up. And there you go. There is a foot all done. And you can see right here where your knee will be. I'm like just trying to bend one of them is a pain in the butt. I can see the spring right in there. So, yeah, this is going to be a pretty solid combiner. So I am going to go ahead, keep this tab together, go ahead and get the other one into leg mode, so I'll be right back. All right, got the other one in leg mode, and pretty decent looking feet, so yeah, not too shabby. Granted, they're on the wrong side, but doesn't matter for right now. So, but for just a real quick size comparison, going to zoom out a little bit. I had decided to bring over Magic Square Minosaur. So you can pretty much, let me get the gun out of the way, you can see that they're going to be roughly about the size of Magic Square combiners. So I would not be surprised if this was a spin-off company of Magic Square, but seeing that they already have 4 releases, because they got Metroplex, they got the 6-gun and Scamper 2-pack, these guys, and Scorponok now. So, but yeah. So this is going to be a very interesting combiner. So the next two, I think, are going to be the two arms, which will be interesting to see if they come with the combinable gun, the hands, stuff like that, which I don't know. I don't think they will, seeing that these guys didn't come with their wing bits. So, but yeah, overall, I'll go over articulation in the final video though. But overall, I really do like these figures for like they're 55 USD on Shozi. And they come in a 2-pack. I think that's a pretty good deal. Now, there are a few little bit of tolerances, like trying to get this disconnected from up here can be a pain in the butt. The paint chippage, please focus, that happens on this guy specifically is unfortunate. I've seen people somehow paint chippage that, but if you are careful and pull this joint out to the maximum that you can, you should be able to avoid that. So, yeah, those are my little tidbits and whatnot. So, overall, I definitely suggest picking these up. But I think that is about it, so don't forget to like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and stay tuned for more video reviews.